Ladies and gentlemen, my name is CT. Y'all already know in the CM Punk shirt, even though I thought you didn't like him that much. We
It's
got
ironic.
brother Audie. We're still wishing our boy Chris safe sabbatical. He's going through his Twitch stream, so make sure you hit up his Twitch. He is playing God of War Ragnarok, which I've never played any of the God of War games, but I do like the setup of it.
Yeah. No, God of War don't miss.
And I do want to say this isn't wrestling related, but RIP to Twitch. If you guys don't know who that is, he was an amazing dancer from that I know from So You Think You Can Dance.
That's where I know him from too.
The Ellen's DJ and executive producer. Rest in peace to him. Just sucks that it has to go through, especially around Christmas time. So prayers to his family
Yeah.
and all that. But
Yeah, I
we
do want to say something about that because man, Twitch was amazing. Knew him from So You Think You Can Dance. Well, that's where I got this where I discovered him. Uh my daughter discovered him from Step Up when he got on the scene on that. And it kind of hit our family hard because we are a dancing family. And he was an inspiration to a lot. It sucks that he's only 3 years older than me. That was crazy. That was the crazy part. And then on top of that, he had a baby not that long ago. I think the baby was
yeah,
like two. So yeah, it is hard. But prayers to his family, condolences to his family. Um, yeah, it was a tough loss.
very much so.
All right.
But let's get into the news. A lot has happened and a lot hasn't happened in wrestling. Um, let's just go over some real quick stuff from the pay-per-view that happened over the
Mm.
weekend. We have a few new champions in ROH. Um, Claudio Castagnoli defeated the Ocho,
Heartbroken.
something that I've never seen before. Someone tapping out to the giant swing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, that was just like his special move, but it was never what was. I mean, no, it was Ace.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't what was
His
you know,
finish, it's just been always like a signature thing that he's done.
yeah. And so to see Chris Jericho sell that tap out, now it's making it a legitimate move.
And like it was funny too, because every time they would get to eight, the crowd would always say Ocho. It's like 6, 7, Ocho, 9. I was like, all right, Chris
That's
Jericho
what's up.
got the Ocho over.
Yeah, he did. He
When
got it
now when
over
he
in
becomes
21.
world champion, is he going to call himself the Nueve
He's gonna come up with a new gimmick.
Niner?
19. He'll probably even go all out and do a Booker T impersonation and try to do the spinneroonie.
Nine
Nine
time,
time,
nine
nine
time,
time.
9 time world champion. But
Yeah.
that was so yeah, we have a new ROH champion, which this is actually the last pay-per-view for ROH. And I believe in 2023 they're supposed to be getting like some type of TV show.
Yeah.
So
I heard it was more like a streaming thing. They're gonna be like on an app where they can just stream. You can stream every episode, do like
okay.
live stream. That's what I heard. I don't know how far that's gonna go. I think they do need TV though. I
Yeah.
I think that would help them a lot.
We had Wheeler Yuta beat Daniel Garcia for the Pure Championship. What I've heard is that it was a good match. I haven't seen much on the Twitter sphere
Mm-hmm.
because everybody was about Claudio and FTR and the Briscoes.
Yeah.
But you know, Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta are two people who give it some time, and I can see them like really taking over the wrestling scene.
Yeah.
Yuta needs a little bit more. charisma, I would
Yeah,
say.
he does, and Ring of Honor will be the best place for him to just really gain that confidence, or he find himself,
Mm-hmm.
because he's actually a confident dude. Like I do like him. I do like the fact that a lot of stuff come off genuine with him. It's just that his genuine is like he's subdued as far as like personality wise. I haven't
He's
seen much person.
very like the misfit of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, he is. He's like the baby brother.
Yeah.
You hear him whining in the background. I mean, even though it does seem kind of like whining, but you just hear him. Y'all just don't get it. Claudio seen it. You're like, hey, calm down, man.
Like,
Calm
why are
down.
you yelling? Come
Right.
on, bro.
Yeah, you just see him running off. I'm about to go tell mom. Like, but yeah, when he gained his confidence, he's gonna be good because he's good in the ring. That boy is good in the ring.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
then we have had the FTR Briscoes dog collar tag team match, which for title match that had no build, boy, whew. But
Oh
then
yeah.
again, FTR and the Briscoes, this is their third match, and
Mm-hmm.
every match that they've done has
That's been
been,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think I don't remember which one. I think it was Dax that said it's over. Like
Mm-hmm.
this was the last of it, and this is a great way for it to end. But with the Briscoes winning because they are Ring of Honor people, which kind of sets up to me that tag championship is coming for them. Not, I won't say relatively soon, I would say, but not like in the next month or so. I could see them taking over the summer though. Yeah, the
What time?
acclaim
You
will.
mean AEW tag titles?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just had their title match though.
Yeah, that's why I said I could see them doing the running the summer, getting
Hmm.
back up, and right before the summer hit, boom, they happen, and then they do their runs of all these damn pay-per-views and themed dynamite episodes,
The
and then
summer
they'll
of
bring down the house.
FTR.
Hmm. Yeah, it'd be a lot better than the summer of Punk. Tell you that much.
Yeah, because we never really got it, sadly. And then we had Athena beat Mercedes Martinez.
Okay.
So she's the new ROH Women's Champion. And then the Embassy beat Dalton Castle and the boys. I honestly think that Dalton Castle should be on AEW.
I think that's where they're headed. I think that's where they're headed. His personality is different from most, and it works. It works. Like, and it is not Don Callis by himself. Bring the boys with him, because
Not
man,
Don
they are.
Callis,
Dalton,
Dalton
yeah,
Castle.
yeah, Dalton Castle. My
But
fault.
no, even Dalton Castle needs the boys. You
Yeah,
can't have Dalton Castle without the boys. Flamingo power.
that is one of the most amazing gimmicks. I just want to say that, and I'm mad that I only got to it thanks to AEW. I wish I would have seen that one sooner.
He reminds me of I forget his slash her name on One Piece. I don't know if you've seen him, but he has like a big head, curly hair. He has like poison jabs. I'll show you it some other time.
Yeah, because I haven't started One Piece yet. I don't
Oh,
know when
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
start
if
it.
you should either because it's just so long.
Hmm.
We had Samoa Joe beat Juice Robinson for the ROH TV Championship, so that's the only title that's stayed the same. But then they're still setting up him and Warlow.
Yeah,
So I think Warlow would be better on ROH right now.
yeah. I mean, everything they had planned for him has been shot to hell. Like
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like he was supposed to be fighting Punk. There's a lot of stuff that he should have been doing, and that that pipe bomb at the media scrum kind of messed a lot of that up for him. Oh, and the injuries. Let me say that, and the injury, because Punk being injured messed all that up too. So yeah, that's wasn't that was the reason why Warlow got the TV title. because he was supposed to be setting up for Punk, because he was the only one during that time was the one that had him beat in, MJF.
No, because I still think that CM Punk was supposed to drop the title to MJF.
Yeah, he probably would, but that was one of those matches that he needed. That's what I mean. He was supposed to do it because that was the one match that he needed, and he was supposed to get his legit win on that. But MJF would have just cost him. Like it is. I know that I'm everywhere. It's been a long day, but yeah, that Wardlow and Punk was one that a lot of people anticipated, and so yeah.
Sadly, we did not get
Mm-hmm.
what we wanted. But it's okay because now we can get more stuff that we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's see. I'm trying to find Sinclair.
Okay, but while speaking on that, we're getting more stuff that we wanted. I think it feels like, I'll say that it feels like Tony Khan is trying to right the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And with writing the ship, getting things in order, it really feels like it's getting back to what it was slowly. I'll say slowly. It's not like, oh yeah, this is the major change is happening right now. It's taking its time. But
I see it really picking up like February, March.
Yeah.
Because let the winter's coming, which is tonight. Let that come through.
Yeah.
And once New Year hits, whew, I see big things for both WWE and AEW on the way.
Yeah, because this will be the first year Triple H have, like, I'm starting it all the way through, and he's gonna, oh, this is gonna be so amazing. I'm just thinking about it. It is gonna be amazing because WrestleMania is gonna be coming too. Woo. And there's stuff, and we'll get to that because there was something else that I heard about WrestleMania. But what else? Is that it for Ring of Honor?
Yeah, that's it for Ring of Honor.
Okay.
As of, I want to say this is today. Oh no, on the 21st, Jeff Hardy has his pre-trial hearing for his DOI.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that goes well. I'm hoping that Jeff is getting the help that is needed.
Yeah, prayers to him.
Because I was just watching a video that one of my friends had posted. I think it was like 14 years ago today is when he won the WWE Championship from Edge and Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yo, from the way he first started, I believe he was like 16 when he first started wrestling for the WWE, to when he won the title. Like, people have always just been on his side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of.
Yeah, the Hardys never played heel.
No, Matt Hardy has.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Them together. I don't think they ever played heel together.
No. And I really want Brother Nero and the Broken Latati to come back, because that's what they were slowly trying to set up.
Yeah.
But, it's just which, did you know that Matt Hardy and Ethan Page are pretty much writing their own stuff?
I believe it. I really believe it. I mean, Ethan Page has the charisma, and he's one of those ones that is very teachable. And Matt Hardy is honestly a genius when it comes to what goes on in the wrestling world.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're doing right now, I could tell that it was Matt Hardy's idea, because it started off weird and convoluted, and it's like, okay, but now we're buying in. So it doesn't even matter how weird it was starting off.
And I'm
But
glad
that's
that finally, even if it is on Dark and Elevation, they are making you want to tune in to like Dark because some of the storylines are bleeding in to
mhm.
the main roster, or not the main roster, but the main shows, which they should have been doing that kind of beforehand.
Mhm.
You can always see like if a superstar is going to get a push or have a match on Dynamite and is leading up to a big match, you will always see that they have won on Darker Elevation.
Yeah.
So that's how they slowly, but all right, we're going to give you a win here, and then got to show up, show out.
Yeah, and they tried this one time and it didn't go well because I remember them doing little video packages and everything for Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on Dynamite and it was trying to get people to go onto the YouTube to watch it. And it got interesting, but it never made it, even though they always tried to intertwine it with something. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the big part of the issue was the fact that it was pretty much during the pandemic, so it was kind of hard to get all that off. But yeah, they've been really trying to figure that out. Because even before then, what they would do to get people to watch. Yeah, because you wasn't watching at the beginning. One of the things that they wanted to do, I mean, one of the things that they did do is like showcase main talent, their stories and everything on the YouTube on Dark. And so you'll see Dark and then you will get like a Cody Rhodes promo going
Mm-hmm.
from what it is called unwanted to undeniable or whatever he was saying, because he did that with MJF. He did that like on a couple of people that it was going. And some people like me trying to figure, getting to know people was trying to tune in, but then they stopped it. So it was like, okay. But yeah, they tried to. I'm glad that it is spilling out over. Ethan Page is definitely one of the next big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Him getting up under Matt actually was kind of I would say it's a good idea considering the fact that I'm hard on Matt when it came to him to getting mentees, because he kind of messed up Private Party and the Blade and the Butcher and the Hybrid too. Oh, I miss the Hybrid too, honestly. But yeah, it was that. And so him doing this and him really like letting Ethan get more of, like, I don't want to say spotlight, but take more of the reins.
Yeah, no, he's definitely becoming more of the boss that you hate.
Yeah.
Like
And
we
then
all have that boss that just like, bro, you don't have to do it that way, but they still just want to be an asshole.
yeah, and
And
and it
that's
works.
this is the one time that it does work because I know what a lot of people's issue with AEW is like, oh, the inmates are running the asylum. They get to like create their own stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Most of the time, it doesn't work. But when you have someone who's been in the wrestling business, like Matt Hardy, when he came out with the broken Matt Hardy, a lot of people didn't understand that. But he's like, give it time,
Yeah, yeah.
and made that into something amazing.
No, and he was the one when he did version 2.0, when he would come in with his entrance and they would give like little Matt facts.
Yeah, he started that. They weren't
Yeah,
doing that. Now they do it all the time.
yeah, and they do it on like that was truly an AEW just really took it and they would be like,
Well, no, WWE does that too now.
really? I haven't seen that. I haven't noticed it. I'll say that. I haven't noticed it.
They'll be like, signature move, finisher, and then sometimes at the bottom they'll give like a random fact about them.
Okay. I haven't seen that. And I've been watching their entrances. So I don't know that I missed that. They've been doing it like how long?
I see it a lot, but I also don't pay that much attention as well.
Okay.
I'll on Friday I'll be able to like sit down and watch and be like,
There you
all
go.
right,
Yeah. Yeah.
bam, there it is.
Yeah, but I also think that is something that is a little more recent too, though. Like I
Mhm.
know that they took it, but I know it was prevalent with AEW when they first started. Like they would give real facts and then they'll just put a funny commentary about uh Hangman Adam Page like in like colorful pants, like some shit like that. And it's like, wow, that is funny. Or something that they said on Twitter. I think I did see that a couple of times that on WWE when they make reference to one of the superstars' Twitter. So yeah, but that again more recent. But
Yeah.
yeah, his impact, Matt's impact on all the nuance stuff is really, really just it isn't. It can't really be described because
Mhm.
it is so impactful that it tends to. If you said Matt did that first, people will look shocked like at first, like, and then they're like, oh, I can see it. Because he
Yeah.
does so much stuff first. Like Matt did that first. Oh yeah, version 2.0, we can pull it up. Oh shit, he did. I believe it. Like,
And a tornado.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the rest of the words.
Oh, and since we're on Ethan Page and Matt, Ethan re-signed to AEW, and he's in the way that they kayfabe all of his anger towards Tony for
Mhm.
not getting stuff. I was like, that is perfect. But he said that he couldn't be happier, and that for him, sky's the limit. So that is one of the dudes that I can see taking the helm of I'm gonna be a top star, and I can see him running it for a minute. I can actually see quite a few people if they let him go. I'm glad, and I know that I'm everywhere, but I'm glad that Sean Spears is doing the perfect 10 again. Um, even though I love the chairman was
Yeah.
amazing for me, but Sean Spears doing the perfect 10 again. I'm happy to see that because I think that this one they're going to make him a little more legitimate because he had, even though he had a great appearances and promos in AEW, he hasn't had a great run as far as winning.
When
So
is he wrestling tonight or something? Or because he still hasn't shown up since the last Pinnacle reunion.
I think I gotta check and see. But
Your boy
yeah,
Kip is getting some time to shine.
yeah, I'm happy about that. And he's I'm happy about Kip getting some time. Was mad. I won't say I was mad because I was spending time with my mom. She flew down here from Detroit to Texas, so I got to spend some time with her. But I did miss Dynamite, and I did miss that Battle Royale. And I heard it was good. From Yeah, I heard it was good. And Kip, I yeah, Kip.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
just
miss
happy for
a lot of wrestling this week too, just because freaking got in a car accident on Wednesday. I hate Florida people.
him.
Drivers. Florida drivers don't know how to stop at stop signs or red lights.
Yeah, I lived in Miami for a time being, and I've seen it.
My last four accidents have happened at a stop sign or a red light when I was parked.
Mm-hmm.
Hate this place. Can't wait
Yeah.
to move. But
Okay.
I'm getting off my soapbox real quick. I'll probably be back because us on our tangents. Um, Sasha Banks is headed to Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. Mercedes Barlando. I can't never pronounce her last name. Bernardo. I think that's how you say it. But yes,
Right.
she is heading to Wrestle Kingdom. There's rumors that she's been in talks with AEW too.
Everyone
So
thinks that she's going to be her secret tag team partner.
yeah,
Uh, I think tonight, maybe. I
if
think that's
if
supposed to
that
happen.
happens, yeah, I think the match is tonight. If that happens, I'm gonna go crazy.
I
If
think everybody's gonna go crazy.
yeah,
What did they put up there? Mercedes. I was like,
mm-hmm,
ah,
yeah.
Martinez.
Ooh, only other person
Oh,
I think,
Mercedes again.
uh,
Mercedes
only other
Martinez
person,
again.
only
Oh,
other, the only other person that I'll probably be excited for this is if it's Naomi. Other than that, it's like
yeah.
I can't really see anybody else, or or Mandy Rose, and we'll get to her in a minute.
Well, no, technically she would not be able to because
Yeah, her non-compete.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's already trademarked her actual name,
And a couple other names.
yeah, has made it so you know she might not be going back to the WWE. But she also, I guess, supposedly is supposed to be back on the Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
heard.
she might be the next person to transcend like wrestling.
Yeah, and I hope that Fox Disney don't do any whole any any BS because of their connection with the WWE.
Mm,
That is the only worry.
no, I see them liking money a lot more than that.
Oh
Because
no, they'll get rid of somebody quick. Disney will
oh,
get rid of somebody quick
oh, of
for
course.
less. But yeah.
Have you not seen how these Disney actors, child actors, go?
hmm Seeing what they did with Johnny Depp.
Even though it wasn't even Johnny Depp's fault, it was his
hmm
whole ass ex-wife, Amber Heard. I'm
Don't
not even.
mention her name. Don't mention her name. I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan. So that name just get my blood boiling. Like that. I don't even call the females that word, and I'm just like right
So
there.
close.
So close.
Oh, and then there's another WWE superstar who is possibly going into the Marvel universe.
I heard. I heard. You talking about Becky, right?
Yep. Supposedly she was supposed to be in the Eternals movie, but things just didn't work out. But there's still like any other Marvel movie, there's always somewhere where she could pop up.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I would love that. I would love to see Becky. Becky would have been great on the internals.
Hmm.
Yeah,
She
she
did a
would.
great job as a damn it, what's your name now? On Young Rock. Who did she play? Who was at WrestleMania one?
I think it was Cindy Lauper.
There it is. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Nona Ryder, and I knew it wasn't that.
No, definitely well Winona.
But yeah, no, she played Cindy Lauper really well. Everybody was extremely happy with her rendition of it.
Mm,
But
that's cool.
sorry,
You good?
I gotta get some water. I'll be back.
All right. So while I'm on this kick, while he is back, I am definitely going to talk about MJF. We'll get into a whole big thing about MJF shortly, but I do want to admit that I was kind of right. I was definitely kind of right about MJF. And I'm just saying, I'm going to leave it at that because we're going to get into that. But everybody that watched this should know that I was kind of right. Y'all know about the whole heel turn and everything. Yeah, I was wrong, but I was so
Mm.
close to being right. I just these
Well,
damn last
before we
minute
talk
changes.
about the heel turn, face
Mhm.
turn of MJF, did you see how they wrote off William Regal?
Yeah. And I know that I gave it a reasonable I gave them the shadow of a doubt. Well, whatever. I gave them some grace on that, saying that it could have been, but I think Tony did the great thing. He did do a great thing with letting him go as
Mm-hmm.
far as so he can pursue this with his boy. Cause man, William Regal, if he would have just stayed a little bit longer, this whole thing would have been,
Crazy.
yeah. I don't think that he would have been hit either. I think that it would have been more like William Regal and MJF together. Oh, and even if he do us together, and I could see it being played out as it William Regal saying stuff and MJF just consistently cutting him off because it's his show, but he does it in the most respectful way to the point that William Regal gets tired of it and then turns on him, and that would have been like, yeah, but yeah. So
And no more flirting between William Regal and the guy with in the mask.
yeah. Yeah.
That was always funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, did you see that they did a before he had went out there with William Regal? He cut a promo for the Blackpool Combat Club. Did you end up seeing that one?
No, I didn't.
So basically, he said the reason why he did that was because he had nothing else to teach them,
Okay.
basically. And he wanted them to like stay on their toes and wanted to make them more hungry.
Okay. I think that was a nice send off. Even though
Yeah.
I would have been like, that's bullshit because Willer you needs you right now.
Well, no, that's one of the things. Is like you guys, I know you guys can teach Wheeler you to be that wrestler that he can be, but it's just I can't be there to do it. And that was the only way they would let him go, that they wouldn't let him go by his own means.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to go that route.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That worked.
Which
Hey.
I would say after this, go and watch the actual promo. It was
Oh,
pretty
I
good.
will. I will. And again, Tony Khan, you did the gentleman thing. You definitely did the gentleman thing because you could have been an asshole. They were like, no.
Supposedly they had him for 1 year, but he had a 2 year option. And it hasn't even been like a full year yet.
Yeah.
So, and what everybody's thinking is that cool, you can go, but you just can't show up until that year is done plus the extra.
Yeah. But
But
he's
he all he really needs to do is just go back to like coaching and like being a trainer.
yeah. Yeah, hold on 1 second, because
Mhm.
I thought I saw something. I just want to make sure. Yeah, they're planning to give William Regal the vice president role.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because what I did hear from rumors of the contract was that if he left and he went back to WWE, it would have been just as a coaching because of the contract. He couldn't be a talent. He would have had to go back to coaching, but he got he's a they came to terms on a new deal December 12th. That's where I'm getting from the Wrestling Observer. William Regal to have vice president role in WWE.
Oh, even better. Like,
And in all seriousness, Tony really could have been an asshole in this.
mhm.
Man, he really could have been, but he did a gentleman thing. And I
I
think,
feel like maybe if Vince was still there, he probably would have said no.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like even with him being upset for they having a pay-per-view at the exact same time. That one, what was the two pay-per-views?
The NXT one.
The NXT one, and then what was it? It was another one. They had two pay-per-views to his one, and I
Oh yeah,
can't.
yeah, yeah. They had one in Wales,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next day they had World's
Yeah,
Club.
yeah, it was the one in Wales, and Tony was upset. Tony was
Clash
upset
at the
with that.
Castle. That's what it was.
Clash at the Castle. Tony was upset, and I think somebody put in his ear, it had to be done. Vince already had all of this set up. They couldn't change it, and next year it might be different. And so I think that him taking, if that was the case, I can see that him saying, all right, I'm gonna give an olive branch to WWE. I'm gonna let this guy go because we know how you feel about him. Like it, because him being mad, the it wasn't Triple H's fault.
Yeah.
Right? Him being mad, so all of this happened. So he get mad. And I guess if William Regal went over there and did say, hey, it's not this, it's this, he was like, okay, I'm gonna play cool, I'm gonna play nice. And this was a show of good faith. And that still kind of plays. It kind of plays
crazy.
into
Go ahead.
Oh no, it also kind of plays into my theory that eventually they're going to be working together real soon. Okay, you go ahead.
It's crazy because the same time he got the news and he talked to William Regal was the same time that Tony was dealing with issues with his mom.
Yeah.
So, like, for him to even do that, it goes like how big Tony actually loves professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like Tony is a Triple H fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see them that being like, okay, I helped you. Here's a favor, and eventually, there might be a favor in return.
Yeah, it's really like I said, there is. I think I said that depending on how Triple H feels about the competition, either they are closer to actually doing shit together than they are since when Vince was there. I think that people were schmoozing Vince on, hey man, the landscape is changing. We need to try to get here, which is why you got the Impact thing, which is why you got Mickey James doing the Impact thing, which is why they had a couple of other things. I can't really remember right now because my mind is gone. But I had a list of things that they've done that said that they was trying to work towards it, and then Vince get fired, and we was like, we got to fill out. I said we got to fill out Triple H. Triple H got Shinsuke Nakamura fighting the Great Muta. Dude, like, do you realize?
Triple H has respect for the Great Muta as well.
Mm-hmm. But then, go ahead. What you about to say?
I can actually see them possibly having even the Great Muta come out for one match for WWE, and this because this is farewell tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
he's wrestling and teaming up with he's wrestling Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
He's teaming with Sting at another show.
And then they add Darby to that. It turned into a 6-man.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So it's like I've really said, landscape is changing. And with Triple H being a wrestler, being a wrestling fan, I can see that forbidden door being kicked open. And with a couple of good faith conversations, not even like them, they not going back and forth like how they used to be. They not, and then on top of that, you hear nothing but them having conversations with each other, with the whole Billy Gunn thing, with the whole, like, they got situations where that line that was there when they wasn't really talking unless Vince needed a talent from there to do a documentary. It's getting to where it's like they're making it to where this olive branch is going to go. And then on top of that, to hear that the bidding war 2024 happening, I can literally see that being the storyline on both, just to get channels changing. So I can see Triple H playing a part in that. And even if it doesn't go,
MJF invading WWE.
I can see him just, making an appearance like, yeah, I'm here and this, that, and the third. And Triple H is just allowing that to play. And he still signs with AEW just because the look of that makes it very compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H is, and I don't put it past Triple H. He's had his hand. He's been ready for this. He was a wrestler, so he lived it. Vince groomed him, and so now he got both perspectives to where I can see this played out to the favor of the wrestling fans. I'll say that. So,
and going to his father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
So the Wall Street Journal, which they aren't that reliable of a source, did an article stating that Vince McMahon intends to come back to the WWE and that Vince believed that he received bad advice from people close to him regarding like him retiring from wrestling. Granted, there was just two new lawsuits that filed. One was from Rita Chatterton, which was the referee, who claimed that she was sexually assaulted by Vince.
Back in the early 90s.
Yeah. There was also a masseuse that came out and said that she was assaulted by him to the point where she told her husband, and her husband showed up to a wrestling event where the WWE was with a baseball bat trying to get to Vince McMahon, but he was turned away. It's just Vince McMahon just needs to go ahead and stay away.
Yeah, and I think I'll find it, but there was a report going out saying that WWE wants nothing to do with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, no, that I'm looking at it right now through. It's on. I'm looking at Wrestling Inc. right now, but it's through Fightful. And it was like over a dozen staff and talent were just like, no, we don't need him back. It's exhausting. Even the higher ups within WWE weren't really concerned. Granted, stock prices, once they heard Vince McMahon was trying to come back, kind of went down. Only went down by like $3. And I'm still thinking, I'm like, man, maybe I should go ahead and buy 4 or 5 stocks within WWE.
It'd be a great buy right now.
Yeah. And like, guess what? I'm not a minority. Yeah, a minority owner. Yeah, I am a minority owner of the WWE.
Okay.
Sucky.
And continuing with Vince, when it rains, it pours. The Vince McMahon documentary.
Yeah, I just heard about that too yesterday.
Yeah, that it was on Vice. It drew less than 100,000 people. I mean, 100,000 viewers. I won't say people, but viewers. So yeah, that guy. Nobody wants to hear from you. Nobody wants to hear about you.
Well, no, yeah, I think this was I can't even tell you what it was about actually. Was it about his life or whatever?
It was about Vince McMahon, and that's all that needs to be said. Nobody wants that. Y'all could have kept that.
And we are back.
Man, fuck this computer right now. No, but yeah, Ric Flair would draw more in whatever he talks about. So Vince is horrible.
Yes, yes, yes. Going on to some other heartbreaking news. Our guy Bobby Lashley got fired.
Really?
Hands on a WWE official after last week when Adam Pearce told him that he needs to not do that anymore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm frozen again.
Yeah, but I can at least hear you.
Right.
Do we need to back out again?
Yeah. Let's
All
do
right.
that real quick.
And we are back again. Buck again. So let's get into some bad news, everybody. One, are you frozen?
No, I shouldn't be.
You're not. Um,
Okay.
Matt Riddle has been suspended for at least 6 weeks and sent to rehab due to two failed drug tests.
For
Uh,
what he
I don't think it's weed because from when some of my people were in the WWE, um, people weren't getting suspended for weed just because it was a mute point because everybody was smoking and because yeah, everybody smokes.
yeah.
And like the way that they were keeping him as a character with the 420 stuff, it was like
Hmm.
that would be stupid.
Definitely.
People are thinking that it's another substance. I'm not going to speculate on what it is. Um, I just hope that. Uh, oh, so that's why they did him and Rollins didn't have the match at SummerSlam.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Like,
means that he would have had to fill it again because didn't they have matches after that?
yeah, they had it at Clash of Castle or whatever.
Hmm.
I guess they gave him the ultimatum of go to rehab or be fired. So
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
him nothing but the best, you
Me
know.
too. Me too.
Though I was so sick of him saying yeet because he was and Usi. He was killing the word and not in a
Oh
good.
yeah.
Um, Having any type of addiction is hard to deal with, so I just wish him the best. Going to a person who's been fired,
Yeah.
we have Bobby Lashley, who he was recently fired on Raw because of um, putting his hands on a referee, which sometimes you referees need to get their hands put on. They be missing things, even when there's a giant replay that shows after the match and they can see what's happening.
Hmm.
I really wish they would stop doing the replays.
Yeah.
It's like if you can reverse a decision by them holding on to a hold or reverse a decision or keep a match going because of blah 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 blah, then you should do that after you see a replay.
Right. They just do it for when it's MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not getting off of that. But they did it like twice to him, and I was like, this is complete bullshit. But yeah, but yeah, this is a kayfabe firing.
Yes, but going to an actual like legit firing one night after Mandy Rose loses her NXT championship, we find out that she got fired. Um, there's multiple reports going around that she didn't know that was her last match until after the show. There's other ones saying that like the whole goal, Roxanne Perez was supposed to win the title regardless, so
Hmm.
that was always supposed to happen. So it's whatever. But there's also reports that her some videos and pictures got leaked, but then there's other ones that saying that there isn't. But the conflicting reports also go to WWE knew about her subscription base platform.
Mm-hmm.
It just got to the point where things got a little bit more steamier is when they were having an issue. And plus, they can't, like on Twitch and stuff, you remember how WWE was trying to use that as their income from the WWE and
Mm-hmm.
trying to take a piece of the pie. Supposedly, she was making the same, if not more money off of her other site, her subscription based site, than her current contract, which she was getting main roster pay for being on NXT.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the things got leaked or whatever, but it still sucks that she got fired because of it. But then again, other people are saying like, "Hey, how do you know she technically got fired?" And she just said, "Yo, I'm not getting rid of this page." So it was amicable, like, all right, we're going to go our separate ways.
I would say it like this. Vince exploited so many of the stars before. I know that they're working to make things different, but what I will say to you is that even with making things different, there's a lot of stuff that is still going on that is still the same. Y'all are still catering to 14-year-old horny boys. And I'm not saying this to put anybody down as far as what they do, because I believe that if you want to create a page and you want to have it that, go for it, is your right. Um, but I think it's more so that they couldn't exploit it because again, y'all got y'all got women up there still doing provocative stuff on in the wrestling ring. Like the pins that they do, it's all provocative. So I don't think that it really should have been a problem. But because the money that she was making, because they couldn't profit off of it, uh, they, said, "Hey, you got to get rid of it," or they fired her, or however it went. I
Yeah,
feel like, I feel like if you're gonna do that, you need to make a change inside of your ring too. And honestly, I don't want it because it's entertaining. There's a lot of stuff that goes on inside of the ring that you can't. It's entertainment. That's all I say to it. Provocative is entertainment. Um, you're not gonna be able to hide it from your kids because it's in cartoons. It's in their TV shows and stuff that
mm-hmm.
goes on now. So it ain't nothing that you hiding. Just let adults be adults and let them have their let the adults be the adults. But for parents that have kids watching, let that be an opportunity for conversation,
Yeah,
because it is really unfair that you get people that do these special moves and with the leg dropped, it looks like they're twerking. Or Rhea Ripley when she does her pin and she's sticking her tongue out and stuff like that. Everybody knows what they're doing. Whatever. Everybody knows what they're doing. I mean, even with the "I'm your mommy," that is a provocative statement based off of what's going on. I took him, I showed the little punk ass Dominic how to be a man. Like all of those is insinuation conversations, and it's for the adults, for parents to say, "Hey, this is what they're talking about. Let me just educate you." Mm-hmm.
there was a promo or whatever where Asuka spit her mist inside Dominic's eyes, and they're in the back and trying to put eye drops in his eyes or whatever. He's like, "It's burning, it's burning," and Damian Priest is like, "Hey, it could be worse." You can have something else burning. Well,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, and so you're gonna take away that, you're about to start policing everything. And if you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to police everything, you're about to make it less fun for you, because if you're gonna get rid of that, you're gonna have to get rid of your dick jokes and poop jokes that y'all do. You got to get rid of the ring attire for the women. Honestly, you can't really have the type of conversations, or it will get to the point where now guys are going to be fully dressed because they don't want to, show the fantasy of two guys grabbing each other and getting it on. Like, because we heard the jokes growing up. Like, that is something that has been there since.
I mean, I used to tell my girlfriend, I was like, yo, I'm leaving you to go wrestle men in my underwear.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really what I'm saying. If you're going to start policing this, instead of addressing it, allowing for parents to be parents, you is going to get to where everything is going to be a problem. And that is not how I understand. It is not how you want to run your business. I'll say it that way. I'm not going to say that is not how you run a business, because there are some businesses that run that way, but that is not the wrestling world. Y'all did it. WWE did an amazing job with the cleanup. Y'all done got a
No,
lot of.
WWE had Sable and was Marisa in it? I don't know if Marisa was in it, but Maria Kalin, Maria, I can't say her last name right now.
Mhm.
They were in Playboy.
Yeah, I know, but that's a different time. That's why I said y'all
And
did
they were
great
making
with
money
your.
off of them as well.
Yes, that's why I said it in the first place, because we done had WWE too high for TV.
Mm-hmm.
How many? I mean, shit.
But I mean,
Two years ago, was it 2 years ago? 2 years, maybe 3 years ago, we done had a whole cuckold
yeah, well, Maria,
playout
um,
with Muriel Bobby Lashley. I mean, and for Vince, that was a go-to. Vince, how many cuckold things happened in WWE up under Vince's watch? I'm
too
having
many.
sex with you. It's a lot. So
He did it. Vince did it. Well, Vince is a dirty old man, but
yeah, he did it with his wife and all of that. Like, it's just ridiculous, right? But y'all did do a good job with a lot of the cleaning up. But y'all gotta y'all just can't throw they shouldn't throw talent away for something that is ingrained in that culture anyway.
and let's be honest, they're called toxic attraction for a reason.
And then on top of that, let's get this: her body, her choice. Allow them to be that. If they're not doing stuff in public and stuff like that that can affect the brand negatively, then yeah. If it's not something that if they're not gonna get arrested for doing what they're doing, if it's like that is part of wrestling culture, honestly. You have independent wrestling stars doing
Mm-hmm.
pinups. And it's not just the women, it's the men too. They're doing it too.
You can't, again, going back to her body, her choice, and it was behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
So if it did get leaked, that also goes to the weird people who go on these sites and leak these people's like private stuff.
Their work, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's get you're paying for that. And that means that that is something that normally they wouldn't do, or wouldn't do to make a profit. Is their work. It's kind of like all the issues that the music industry had with Napster.
Mm-hmm.
These people put forth their work and energy and time, and now people are getting it free because they're leaking it out and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there's always going to be that. And at some point, everybody in some regards is going to come across something like that to where they get to see a video that's free. They get to replay of a pay-per-view match that they didn't see on YouTube. It's up for a minute just because it's up. Somebody just uploaded it. And we get it, we sharing it, but also because on the other side of that is that, yeah, it leaked, it got free promotion, and a lot of times that sends a lot more people to that. Because if I can show, I done show like 5 people Orange Cassidy match with Pac.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to watch wrestling. They never get it, and you wouldn't get it any other way because it's not on your radar. But you get something that shows your interest, is that. But the biggest thing is that now in this era, nobody, you as WWE, is not forcing anybody to do something that they didn't want to do. She really wanted to do it, but now she's being punished for something that y'all would have forced her to do 15 years ago. It's not even like 30, 60 years ago when times were completely different. Shit, in the social media era, y'all was still doing stuff.
Hell, they told Lita that she would get fired if she didn't go do that one promo with Edge when they were in the bed.
Yeah, shit. But for this, because she's seeing a profit off of it and you can't exploit it, you want to get rid of her. And the only way I'm saying that because I'm seeing things recently and inside of the ring that would be like, well, then y'all got to change this. Y'all got to change this. If they do start changing shit, then I'll shut the fuck up. But until I start seeing changes, come on, that is wrong. And I don't know the legal ramifications that will go for it, but it's wrong. So, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
In other words, Mandy, I side with you.
Yeah.
That is what I'm saying. I'm siding for a woman to make her choice in what she wants to do with her private time, with the way that she will want to make money. I side with you. I know there's people that will side with you that won't necessarily agree with how you went about it, but I'm of the opinion of, you're not hurting the brand, you're not hurting anybody. You okay, but you, Mandy, we side with you. And in 90 days you'll be in AEW where they would allow you to do that because Paige Van Zant has her thing and it wasn't a problem. And Saraya, Mandy Rose, and Sasha. That is going to be a crazy, crazy ass division if they get them. All right. Is there anything else?
Nope. Not right now.
All right.
Well, next week will be doing our best of episodes. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna try to switch it up a little differently though. Like our best, basically the MVPs of the year. That's what
MVPs, and we might just create a list. Like yeah, the list of Jericho. There you go.
The list of the 3 not so wise men.
Yeah. But until next time, nobody told you that they love you. We love you. I love you. I'll stop saying we. I love you. Nobody think that you're awesome. We think that you're awesome. What is love really, honestly, though?
What's love got to do with it?
Right. But anything that you're going through right now is only temporary. Remember that. You got this. You can get through it. You got the tools for it. People have gotten through a lot worse with a lot less. So you get it. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. We got your back over here. You can always chat with us, but still like, comment, subscribe, do all of those things. And until next time, all I want you to do is continue to do what it is that you love doing. And that is definitely scissoring. Yes. But yeah, keep doing what you do, what you love doing, which is watching, being a part of, communicating, talking, playing wrestling. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
All right, hold on one second.